tie-dye shirt, but it has like the lines of that grounding. And I think with the lines being all through us, like even when I was looking at some patterns, I could make it like a checkered, like literally like,
that's good
like a
because
plaid looking thing.
that would be
And
really good because like red represents square shapes and stuff too. So like that's
right.
perfect for that.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to get at too, is making that square shape. So I'm like, oh, if I can make the red checkered, with the tie-dye, then I think that would be cool, making all the squares with it.
Yeah, that would be
So
really
that's
dope.
kind of where I've been at. But again, I didn't know what we would be using the patterns for. So I'm like, I don't know if it would look right on it. Because again, I just take pictures of my patterns and then edit them. And then they do look really nice when people have used them like on digimodels or bodysuits, or even Alana, the Web3 girl, looked good in the t-shirt that she used from the last pattern. Right. So I know that they, come out nice, but working with others, I'm like, well, let's see, what are we building? What kind of patterns can I try to make to help with our concept?
Right. So I think that will be, you'll get more of a good idea. Maybe hey, is Aisha, right? That's how you pronounce your name? Hey. If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hey.
Oh,
okay.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect.
I pronounced your name right, Aisha?
Yes, it's Aisha.
Aisha. Nice to meet you formally, because we only chatted through text.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of just going through, it's going to be a pretty short call. We're just going to kind of just sum up everything that we're going to do. Mo just kind of mentioned how she's going to do, so I know you probably caught what she said at the end, but like she's doing the tie-dye portion of the patterns. We'll have Garcia Galleries also mention like anything that she's thinking of. But I think also I was going to say Mo will be really, I think it will help you out too. I was going to say, Aisha, if you could... if you had any ideas or if you have any thoughts on like the direction that I put, or any design ideas that you had, because then we can go from there, and then we can kind of like, Mo, you'll see like, okay, like how the patterns should like look if she's like doing a dress or pants. So, you know what I mean? Like anything, like it could be broad or anything that you had in your mind. You would like to share?
So basically, I don't know what the whole scene is going to look like, but maybe with the garments, then we can decide what the scene will look like. I don't know who's designing the scene.
Excuse me, what's the last thing you said?
That who is designing this scene, like the whole environment.
Oh, I'm probably gonna design the scene, because now that everybody, they weren't contacting me back, so I'll probably just do the scene.
Okay, so I think I saw the theme. It was meant to be like different shades of red, if I'm right.
Yes. So it'll be like, so it'll be like, I posted the mood board, but I want it to be basically like your I saw your designs and I know you could do whatever you like. It just makes basically like, I wanted you to put your own kind of energy into it. You feel how you would like, what's comfortable for you in the design world, what you like to produce, and then but like, yeah, it's mainly just red, like using like square shapes. Like I kind of want to use those points that I posted. So like the scene will have a lot of the points, but like just anything like avant-garde and like, like just very like, just not your normal typical wear. Like I'm very like haute couture kind of like, styles, but like you already kind of do that. So I already saw some of your dresses and stuff, like with your I saw that green one. You know how like you had the one that like the dress that goes out on the arms. It kind of looks like a wing kind of vibe, or like a flower in a way. Yeah, so like stuff like that, like in those directions, and kind of going through that. So, and then after, so how do you guys feel about the scene that I can like run back and say the scene again, but how do you guys, I don't know if you guys read it. How do you guys feel about the scene? Do you want me to go back over it?
Yeah, can you go over it again? I'm more of a, if I'm audio to visual, so if you say it, then I can visually put it together. All right, even better.
So let me share my screen real quick. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, wrong thing. Hold on, I have this thing up. Okay, this never does that. Why is it doing that? Okay. All right, cool. So, like, let's just go over the points real quick. So, obviously, we're doing the red root chakra, and it is the slowest in vibration. The music note C, which has a frequency of 369 hertz theta waves. So that's what Stina will be covering. And then red is the most magnetic and alkaline color of the 7 major color energies. Red is grounding in nature, which is why I came up with the scene. You'll see why I came up. You'll see why when I read it over. Red, it makes your pupils dilate and your blood pressure rise when you see it, and that's the reason why I kind of wanted it to be a very like avant-garde, very extra kind of garment. Just make you kind of like look everywhere and just find your own, like thoughts and art. Create your own art out of it. And then also, it's associated with gemstones, red jasper, red carnelian, minerals, copper, and then square shapes are often used with red. So for the scene, I was thinking of African red sand dune desert with horseshoe magnet arches creating a runway, sweet shedded blood dripping off the sides into the ground, growing roses representing transformation in space. The trees are made up of a copper trunk and red gemstones as leaves, and random red telephone booths representing portals. The sky is growing red with a red moon that emits magnetism, and the music will be a low 369 hertz experience. And this brings us back to the meaning of metamorphosis, a change of form, transformation. So, like, basically, if y'all could kind of tell, I kind of like, so just I wanted it to be like nature, obviously, so I just felt like red sand dune African deserts kind of like represents like the starting point, and a lot of like things that you see even like movies and stuff, they kind of like that's like a starting point. And then for sweet shedded blood dripping off the sides down into the ground growing roses, I wanted that to kind of like represent just like us, mother nature, like mother nature growing roses and stuff, like, and like the blood just, even if it's like kind of showing, like looking like it's coming off the dress or whatever it is, or the garment in a way, like kind of like that. So it's like you're just but you're growing like our blood is growing nature, like kind of in a way, like that's what I'm trying to represent. And then the trees are made up of copper trunk and red gemstones. I don't know if you guys ever seen like those. There's like these little crystal trees, and they have like these copper trunks, and then they twist, and like people make like they've add like little tiny gemstones to it. I don't know. I could probably like pull up a picture to kind of show you guys. I don't know if y'all seen those before. So I kind of wanted to take like an example of that, and then bring that in, and then the red telephone booths. Well, first of all, when you think about it, like a lot of fashion places, like a fashion movies or anything, they always show like a telephone booth as like like in London or whatever it is. Like it's just like a thing, like coming out of telephone booth. So I kind of wanted it to be like a portal and like a runway. And even when you think about the Matrix, that's like the telephone booth was the portal. So I just feel like that kind of represents that in a lot of things in today's time. So I wanted to go through that. And then the sky glowing red with the red moon that emits magnetism. So also, oh yeah, the red arches, I forgot to add that. So I was going to do the shoe magnets as the arches to represent the magnet, to represent the magnetism, and then like have that like kind of like in a runway form. Hopefully I could like, but I won't do it like too much. I want to split it up, like, but yeah. So hopefully it could actually get done too. This is just like thoughts and random things, like that's all I wanted to finalize. and like come out and kind of just agree with on something. And then yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's for the scene. And then yeah, just this is the garment mood board and scene mood board. You can see the dune, red skies, kind of just like weird texturings and you know like like just weird shapes and stuff. So any thoughts?
So I clearly like the overall. So for the government, I'll definitely come and try to come up with something very nice, following your team, because I've not really gone through the whole thing so much. So I'll try to go through it this night and see what I can come up with. But generally, I think I like the whole idea, the whole red thing.
Nice.
I'm so sure it's going to come out very nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That sounds good to me. And I know like you guys are all talented, so I kind of like it's not gonna be like oh like well are you done yet? You know what I mean? Like I just kind of just wanted us to just all put our energy in. Whenever you're done and stuff like I will just transfer it over to you could send me the file and then I can like I guess she'll be I guess you'll have her rendered on the I guess you could render her walk. Oh, we'll see. We'll figure it out when it gets to that point. But yeah, okay, that sounds awesome to me, and I appreciate that. And I think you're gonna come up with something amazing, and I'm super excited to see. Any other thoughts, questions? I've been trying to stop this live, and it keeps.
I had a thought. And this was something I meant to say earlier with the T-shirt, with the collaborations that I've been doing. I think one of the really cool things that we can all kind of use, especially in that physical to digital sense, is for those that do buy our NFT, I wouldn't mind sending them a T-shirt of the print that I made.
Oh, nice! That would be awesome. That would be
Yeah,
dope.
so I can definitely do that for each one that we do.
Because I also wanted to have like utility behind it in a certain way if you do get the NFT. So like that would be awesome because like I was thinking of like that like obviously event access and certain things or like like the next runway or something like that. And then also they're gonna maybe I was thinking of doing like how like just getting like closer images of like the garment and stuff like not just like the rendering of the animation but also just getting like some stills out of it too to add to it. And then also I was thinking of like taking like if I make for example the portal the what's it called the telephone booth, I'll take that and then make it like an unlockable or something like that. You get what I'm saying? Like kind of like just make it like okay like you could put this in you can use this in your virtual world too or something like that. Kind of like just separate the pieces and like give it to them as well like a part of it because like I will go over like the pricing and everything but it's going to be pretty high up and because this is going to be like a haute couture realm and yeah so we'll talk about that later but yeah I think that sounds amazing. We should definitely I think that would be great with the digital the physical t-shirts. People would love that and then that will just like entice them even more. Thanks, Mo. That would be great.
So I wanted to ask, how many looks are you doing?
Oh, just one.
Okay.
Just one, and it'll be just like a big animation, like an immersive animation.
Okay.
Yeah, and I really like that idea that you said too, Indica, with having all the pieces that people can get unlocked with it. Like you said, the phone booth and just offering the utilities that they see in that. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, something to build on from there.
And then also I think it would be cool too is like for like eventually like when the virtual world happens, like maybe there'll be like a root room or a root building and like they can have access to that, like what I mean, like kind of like just certain things like that's exclusive to certain people, like for
yes exactly
like and then like that's why it's all gonna lead into certain things and like so it's like good to like come up with these little things now, but like I think that would be great. So yeah. Garcia Galleries, do you have anything to say? You've been pretty quiet.
Oh, I mean, well, I was giving you guys a chance, Good afternoon, guys. I love the whole idea of the red because I'm very much gravitated to red. And because red is deep and red is a transformation into the blood color because it start off, yeah, really have blue blood.
Hey, you're breaking up. Are you on using the computer again?
No, I'm on my phone.
Oh man, it must be the room.
Yeah.
It must be the room that you're in. Look, go ahead. I think we can hear you a little bit better. Go ahead.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you better now.
All right. So I was just saying that, I'm excited about the project. I wanted to share some of the patterns, but I don't know how to work this thing yet. So I guess wait. But I love the idea that Mo said too, with the with the T-shirt accustomed to the NFT, which is great. And I'm excited about the whole thing. So.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad that we all kind of are just like on the same wave, and you already have patterns, so that's dope. I'm ready to see, and so also maybe we should come up like okay, um, uh, maybe we should come up before. I guess like maybe we'll just like Aisha, if you can let us know how much patterns you would think that you would need for the garment, I guess maybe that's what we could do. So then we can like know like how much to just like have ready. I guess like after whenever you're ready, whenever you're finished or whatever, and then you can let us know how much that we can do. And then also if you guys, I'm trying to think too. I was thinking like, can't you use patterns in Blender? Like I feel like I can use some of the patterns in the scene in some way, or like but well I don't know. I guess I'll figure that out when I get there. You wanted to say something?
I said you should definitely be able to use the patterns with the thing.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. So I think so. I should be able to do some stuff like that too. So well, whatever y'all come up with, we'll obviously go through. So how about let's come up with like a day to like just like have some like patterns in and like because let's see what's today. Let me look at the. I'm gonna start working on this animation today, and tomorrow I'm gonna like really be in it. I've been trying to finish up these last garments. I'm only doing 3 garments, but they're kind of intricate, so it's been a lot. And then like you got to render everything on the runway that was given to us too. So let me look at the dates. Cannot find my calendar. Okay, cause so you guys want to have some updates on on Monday next week. We can do 1, 2, 3, 4 Monday, or we could do Wednesday again around the same time. We can kind of just update, give it a week, everybody kind of get their stuff done, and then we come back on the 19th on Wednesday at the same time and just kind of update each other with our progress. How's that sound?
Wednesday's my birthday.
Oh,
so yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna be home chilling. I'm still gonna do Twitter Spaces, but I would prefer not. But if that's when everybody can meet, I am gonna just be home chilling.
No, I feel you. You enjoy your birthday. We could pick another day. I mean, we could do. Like, I don't want it to like push it back too much, so we could just know where we stand. So how about Tuesday then instead of Wednesday?
Yeah, that works for me. Same time.
Tuesday is fine for me, son.
Awesome. Okay, so we'll chat back then. This was a great call just to get us started. So I'm glad we all agree on everything. I'll start working on the scene. Everybody start working on things whenever you get a chance, and then we'll meet back on Tuesday at 1 p.m. through 6 p.m. and what was the other time? Oh, 10 a.m. We all in different time zones. Sounds
Okay, great. Thanks for sharing. Talk to you guys then.
Of course.
All right,
Talk to you guys then. Bye bye. Have a
Thank
good
you. Good day.
one.